Hello everyone. This is Xu Fosun. Setting up for a pit maneuver here. Oh, Xiao Xiao dodged the police's pit maneuver with a brake here. Very smart. Hiding behind, making it impossible for the police car to intercept. Another throttle here under the bridge and overtaking the police car. This is an emergency stop and go. This technical move is usually only seen on the basketball court. He's got a wide open Soto Avenue with very little traffic in his way. Why are there so few cars on the road? Because this chase today is special. It coincides with the weekend of Christmas. Because Christmas is on a Monday this year. So, with Saturday and Sunday, it naturally forms a long weekend. And the day that Xiao Jiao stole the car was Friday. It's like committing a crime on New Year's Eve. Because on Friday, most companies in North America take at least a half day off. Facing the Christmas long weekend. Everyone is also not in the mood to work. Only little Jiao doesn't know how to repent. Still making mistakes. It's quiet right now. It's busy enough that they really can't set up for a spike strip here. Speaking of which, this Christmas I received an email from the company's HR. Informing us that Merry Christmas has officially become a taboo. When communicating with customers, we all have to say, Happy Holidays. Happy Holidays. Instead of Merry Christmas, huh? It's really quite sad. Although this trend started a few years ago, it has become an official requirement. This is the first time I've seen it. The reason for this is naturally for political correctness. The so-called political correctness. Because not everyone celebrates Christmas. For example, around Christmas time, Jewish people celebrate Hanukkah. Some African Americans celebrate Kwanzaa. Don't say Merry Christmas. Saying Happy Holidays is very politically correct. It seems very inclusive. Very inclusive. But what are you restricting? Restricting what can and can't be said isn't very inclusive. Baby, I see Jiao is waiting at a red light. Is this taunting after ditching the cops? We've seen a lot of car chases. But Jiao waiting at a red light is a rare sight. It finally turned green. Xiao's got the green light. He doesn't know what everyone's thinking. For example, I'm not someone who celebrates Christmas. But that doesn't stop me from joining in the fun. And I certainly wouldn't be offended if someone wished me a Merry Christmas. And feel offended. I neither like nor dislike Christmas. It also gave me an excuse to meet my goddess. Besides, who wouldn't want to enjoy themselves on Christmas Eve? Anyway, don't get me wrong, everyone. I'm not the cynical type who blindly opposes political correctness. Is the society getting so soft, man? Quite the opposite. I actually understand it. Especially the necessity of so-called political correctness in North America. As an Asian, I am a visible minority in the area where I live. Nowadays, I don't need to worry about facing discrimination in life or at work. That's all thanks to the efforts of my predecessors in pursuit of political correctness. And their hard work. Of course, if you say they only don't discriminate on the surface, but in their hearts, it's the same. I think that's possible. Human diversity, you know. There will always be people like that. Even if they are all of the same race. They can still develop regional discrimination. In an immigrant country. If we can at least keep racism from being openly displayed. That's already a great accomplishment. That's precisely the meaning of political correctness. Unfortunately, this trend has clearly gone too far recently. It's a case of too much of a good thing. The image of political correctness has also changed from being cool and progressive to becoming a rat that everyone despises. Again, the original one here was a relatively minor charge of an illegal turn. And then failure to yield. Oh, I was wrong about Jiao. Jiao didn't steal a car today. Illegal turn without yielding. It sounds like he didn't let the oncoming traffic go first when he turned. It's not a big deal. Maybe a verbal warning would have been enough to let him go. Why run? We'll see if LAPD picks up this pursuit or California Highway Patrol shows any interest. The police car finally appeared. This is lapped H4HP. Okay, we can see it clearly written on the car door, but it hasn't been added. This is CHP, i.e., California Highway Patrol. California Highway Patrol. We talked about it before. M and LAPD, Los Angeles Police Department. Unlike this kind of city police department that manages everything, CHP usually only handles traffic violations on highways. Only during large-scale events like police chases. Will the two departments work together in a dreamlike way? We see Jiao slowing down. Entering a fork in the road. Another right turn. Is this a gas station? Speaking of which, in this situation, gas stations are high-risk areas for carjackings. Because people often leave their car keys in the car here. Jiao just drove past. Didn't do anything. Maybe I was overthinking. A suspicion that he may be under the influence. Influence. Here it can refer to drinking, getting drunk, or being high. A little high. Because this doesn't look like driving drunk. Usually under the influence of alcohol, the driver would be more aggressive. Today Xiao Xiao seems confused while driving. Whoa, Xiao Xiao is drifting here, CHB wants to do a pet. Just trying to take advantage of him. Didn't continue. Stopped. Looking at it this way, there are lots of civilian vehicles parked on both sides of the road. There are many instances of American-style stops here. Collateral damage. One can understand why the police decided to wait and see for now. Continuing to look for another opportunity. What pain is playing a role? As that suspect loses control of the vehicle. Now you can see him passing some city fire trucks. Here, responding to a different call. It's quite a scene. Even the fire trucks are getting involved. Hey, what's going on? Has Gio leveled up? How come there are even animation effects? Alright, lights and sirens back on. The pursuit is back on California Highway. Patrol. A police car is coming to provide support. The police are starting to get serious too. Are things about to escalate? Food festival, oh? Oh no. Why is the overpass stealing the show again? Here comes another pavoop with other vehicles underneath. The 1-on-1 freeway. Xiaochon appeared. It means the stop under the bridge was successful. Hey, why does Xiaochon have a gun? That's not right. Let's rewatch. We can see there's no gun. He's making a gun shape with his fingers. Waving it at the officer. I really can't understand this kind of behavior. Hey, Gio is running. A sudden running scene on the avenue. It kind of feels like a youth movie. Despite having excellent physical qualities. Approaching Gio, slowly. Oh ho ho ho. He got him. Officer. This is followed by a slap with both hands, using the momentum. Similar to the forward punch in a fighting game. They are in a position to use sports here. Fortunately. Ending in a tackle. That's right. For Gio. This ending is just a tackle. It's really very lucky. Hindsight, not thinking straight. You, facing American cops. When you don't have a gun. And pretending you do. Pointing your fingers at the police. That's just asking for it. He probably thought he was pressuring the police. But it was actually just suicide. And it almost looked like he was pointing something in their direction. It looked like it was just his hand. But certainly enough to really spot those officers. Especially since it's in the middle of the night. It's hard to see if Gio really has a gun in his hand. Just based on those gestures he made with his fingers. The officers have every reason to shoot. Because they are also nervous. Moreover, if they shoot for self-defense, the police will mostly be acquitted. In this situation, choosing not to shoot and continuing the pursuit is taking a huge risk. Even if he doesn't have a gun. What if he has a knife? This brings us back to the diversity of human nature. American police have always had a reputation for liking to shoot. But today's officer remained calm under pressure. Putting his own life in danger. Saved Gio's life. I think this move deserves full marks. It proves there are good people among the American police. Fortunately, that could have been much more violent. A peaceful end, after that suspect really appeared to be looking for suicide by cop. Okay, we can finally see under the bridge. It can be seen that it was a very successful pursuit of a red SUV just now. A 180-degree turn directly. The trunk was completely smashed open. The police car blocked his way. Gio also had no choice but to abandon the car and escape. And as for Gio, I suppose he will be spending Christmas in jail. Speaking of which, he didn't do anything that harmed anyone. Nor did he harm any civilians. To get to this point, I believe he also has many difficulties in his life. I hope he can get the help he needs as soon as possible. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. This is Xu Fosun. See you next time.